Buongiorno, Massimiliano Gallinoni qui con Cuzine Chefs, and today we're gonna make some fresh tiramisu, real Italian style. Everything starts actually with some great fresh ingredients. We have some wonderful eggs. We do fresh organic eggs for a tiramisu. We're gonna actually split this between the egg whites and the actually egg yolks. Coffee, preferably espresso, chilled. The espresso is a little bit richer, it's got a little bit darker and more of a flavor, and wonderful lady finger cookies. In italiano li chiamiamo savoiardi. Sono buonissimi. They're made on purpose for tiramisu, really. Of course, a little sugar, mascarpone, the main ingredient. We of course use some delicious, imported from Italy. A little cream to give it a little fluffiness, and we'll be set and ready to go. So. Step one, we start from separating the eggs. I like to use a couple different bowls. I recycle my egg shells just for nice compost in the end. So here we go. You just crack the one egg open, and we run the whites right through. Take our egg yolk and put it in your container right there. See it? And we repeat this for 9 eggs. So we start with 9 egg yolks to begin with, separated from our egg whites. We gotta make sure that the bowl that your egg whites go in is absolutely clean. On to step number 2. We separated our eggs. We have 9 large size eggs. That's what the recipe would call for. Just the yolks. We're gonna go ahead and actually mix this up with 250 grams of sugar. Gonna toss it all in. So in the meantime, as this is whipping, we have a nice little cookie stand. Use for this process. Different sizes depending on what you're going to put your cookies in. And we just go ahead and cut them off. So these can be layered in our tiramisu. Our cream, eggs and sugar is finally whipped, as you can tell. And at this point, we can go ahead and stop it and get our mascarpone ready to go. So we have our eggs to a very frothy state, a nice egg yellow over here, and we go ahead and we dump in our mascarpone. Mascarpone we can just set in, as you see, very lightly. Make sure we get it all off the sides of the bowl. And we go ahead and mix this back up. So we need to go ahead and actually whisk the whites of the eggs that we separated earlier into some stiff peaks. We then go ahead and dump it in a clean mixing bowl. Make sure the mixing bowl is really clean. You don't want any grease, any fat, any residue in this bowl, basically. If not, your whites would never mount. So, again, slowly, we start beating these egg whites. And you'll see them transform shortly. Now that we have our egg whites, stiff peaks, we gotta go ahead and gently mix them in our mascarpone and egg white mixture that we previously made. So we go ahead and put all that on top. And this is a very simple procedure. You take it from the bottom and you go ahead and flip, as you see, folding the cream on the bottom with the egg whites on the top. You want to make sure that it's all well incorporated, where the egg whites and the cream become one. You don't want to do this with a mixer. You do want to do this by hand. It has to be done gently so that you don't lose this wonderful fluffy consistency that, as you can tell, the cream. Now we finally move on to the final step of the procedure, which is building these wonderful tiramisu. We move on to second poche, very classic. It is our French name of it, second poche, but you know, pastry bag, borsa da impasto, come lo vuoi chiamare in italiano, francese, same thing. Make sure we grab our cream, and we, again, always when you're handling the cream, you gotta be gentle and actually very quick, because the cream might fall on you and then it's just a big liquid mess. So in between steps, I do recommend to go ahead and put your cream in the fridge so that it doesn't run on you. Slowly go ahead and fill a bottom layer over little glasses. And you can do this in glasses, you can do this in a martini glass or a wonderful little pan. You want to do it just for your family. It's just a little bit a prettier presentation to it, and one that will leave your guests absolutely amazed in the end. So now that we have piped the bottom layer of the cups, you remember earlier I took the Savoiardi and cut them in two different measures. One was a little bit smaller than the other, as you can tell. This is so that we put the actual small one on the bottom. This is just, again, for the cup that we're using, the big one on the top, it will fill it out more. Very important here, the Savoiardi have a bottom that is just a regular cookie, let's say, and the top is actually filled with sugar. What we want to do is we want to take the cookie and dump it in the espresso that we had made earlier. We make sure that we start with the bottom of the cookie, we put it in, we flip it out, so that our sugar, when we put it in the glass, is on the bottom. Just like that. And we go ahead and repeat the procedure. So we went ahead and did our first layer. We put the cookie soaked in the coffee mixture, and then we go ahead and we add a second layer right there in the middle. Make sure you make this a little bit shorter. And you can see that there's a little room left on the side. You can see that cookie just smiling through at you. And this mixture, make sure you get it all the way around. Then we grab our bigger cookie and we repeat the procedure. We grab our piping bag again and we finish them out. We're going to make this top layer as smooth as you can so that we can go ahead and top it with our chocolate, which you know is the best part of the tiramisu. Right inside the glass. Account for wind while you're at it as well. And here you go. We got our final product. And just simply plate it. Look how beautiful those cookies shining through are. It's just a pleasure to your eyes and mouth. And so we're saying, here we go, tiramisu. We're Cuzine Chefs. Please visit us online, Cuzinechefs.com. We're gonna have more recipes, more demos. You guys are gonna get sick of us because you're gonna look at us all the time. Buon appetito, ragazzi. Salute.